the president has indicated his view that the decision that he made, I guess 7 years ago now, to add Joe Biden to the ticket as his running mate was the smartest decision that he had ever made in politics.
All right, joining us now is Bill Kristol, founder and editor of the Weekly Standard, ABC News contributor. And Bill, always great to talk to you. So what do you make of, you know, he called that his decision yesterday, Josh Earnest did, that the president said picking Biden as VP was the best decision he ever made in politics, and then acknowledged when someone brought up, Jonathan Karl, I think, that it was better than the Secretary of State decision. He basically said, yeah, because Biden was the best ever. What do you make of this?
I think Joe Biden's done a good job over the last month of rolling out his campaign. First, there was a conversation with Maureen Dowd, the New York Times columnist, where we don't know that he talked to her. Someone talked to Maureen Dowd and recounted a bedside conversation with Beau Biden, who was, had a couple of weeks to live. Not a conversation a lot of people were involved in, and somehow she found out about it, in which Beau was encouraging his father to run, and the rest of the family is chiming in. And then we had the private meeting with Elizabeth Warren on Saturday here in Washington, which leaked out, and then the private lunch for the president, which leaked out that the president has kind of given Joe Biden the green light, and then the president's press secretary says, yep, it was a great choice. I think Biden wants to run. I think he plans to run. I think President Obama certainly prefers Biden to Hillary Clinton, and I think he'll run. I think he'll announce in 2 or 3 weeks.
Why do you think he prefers Biden over Clinton?
So with Biden, if you're the VP, you pretty much run on continuing the president's record, whereas Hillary Clinton will try to triangulate and distance herself from those parts of Obama's record that look unpopular. And if you think about it, the historians will look back, if Hillary Clinton were to run and win, Barack Obama becomes an interesting kind of interlude in a Clinton hegemony in the Democratic Party and really in the nation, you could almost say.
Right.
Whereas if Biden runs and wins, that's the mark of a successful American president. Above all, this was Reagan's great accomplishment, one of his great accomplishments, or the proof of his having great accomplishments was that Bush won as his vice president.
And it's a third term, in effect.
It's a third term. And in a way, if the vice president's not personally that talented politically, which George H.W. Bush, a fine man, wasn't a really great political candidate, to win, it really showed how powerful Reagan's coattails were.
He ran on Reagan, absolutely.
And if Biden's not been so successful in the past, if he now runs as Obama's VP and wins, that makes Obama a Reagan-like figure. The only one of only two since World War II who would have had a third term. So, no, I think he wants Biden, the Biden-Warren ticket. It's not a ticket you and I are going to vote for, but from a Democratic point of view, that's a reasonable ticket. It avoids all the Hillary baggage. It gets a woman on the ticket. The left wing is satisfied with Warren. Working-class Democrats can identify with Biden. It's not crazy.
And it beats Hillary if they announce and say Warren's my VP, does he beat Hillary?
I don't know. He's sort of been a dud in his 2 previous presidents. I think he'll have a bit of a spurt. I think it'll become a 3-way race with Hillary, Sanders, and Biden.
Right.
Can Biden really pull ahead? Or here's a really far-fetched scenario. What if Biden kind of stalls out? What if there's the debate, I think it's October 13th of the Democrats, and none of them is really good, and someone looks up and notices, geez, these are kind of stale figures. Biden's run twice before. Hillary's won once before. Bernie Sanders is a 73-year-old socialist. Then doesn't Elizabeth Warren say, you know what, I'm really the one the Democrats are waiting for? And I got to say, I think that's, at some level, if political parties were human and had wishes and instincts and preferences, she is the one they want. They want to be for Elizabeth Warren.
So if the first debate is a dud, she might decide to get in.
Yeah.
All right. Let me switch to Trump. Let me put up on the screen real quick here what Trump said. He retweeted a tweet about Megyn Kelly. It's something that he also tweeted out his own tweet about Megyn Kelly, and there it is. He retweeted. The bimbo is back in town. I hope not for long. Roger Ailes wants an apology. He called it disturbing. Why is Donald Trump doing this again?
I don't know. It's good publicity. It didn't hurt him the first time, but it seems like maybe it's a little excessive. On the other hand, people in the news business shouldn't have. They say things about other people. They shouldn't be too thin-skinned, and I'm not really disturbed by it. I just think it's some antagonizing a fair number of Megyn Kelly fans who you'd think Trump might want to have on his side.
Yeah, well, but you don't think a lot of people were annoyed at Megyn Kelly, what she did to him the first time?
Yeah, no, look, Trump, everyone smart to second-guess Trump. He shouldn't have said this, he shouldn't have done that. And it seems like every time he does one of these things, it doesn't hurt him. And we have a good piece coming in the magazine next week on Trump, and really making the point that, in a way, that all the conventional political analysis of him is wrong. You know, the conventional analysis is when he says not only should we build a border wall, but we should make Mexico pay for it, right? And the conventional wisdom is even for border hawks like you and me, probably say, well, come on, Mexico's not going to pay for it. But in a way, that's precisely what people love.
Absolutely.
That he's willing to stick it to our adversaries and to the people who are taking advantage of us.
We'll look for it in the magazine. Should Trump apologize, by the way, to Megyn Kelly for this?
Yeah, he should just go on doing his thing.
Gotcha. Bill, thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Steve.